Aquarius. Where is Aquarius energy in your chart? If you don't have your chart and you want it, comment to me and I will take care of you. Aquarius energy can be exciting and different. It's an area of our life where we want new. Matter of fact, we see new as exciting. Aquarius energy can be very fast. We think of a lightning bolt even. Aquarius energy is very creative. It's creative thinking, but it's more about, when we think of the scientist in the lab and all of a sudden like that light bulb goes on, and you don't have to be a scientist, but that is Aquarius science. We think of, all the inventions, the airplane, even the television, the radio, right? But we think of things that have literally helped the advancement of humanity. So we think of things like, the plane, the trains, the automobile, the aeroplane, these are big inventions. And so many times they say things like appliances, not so much necessarily, like the phone itself, but like the technology of the phone itself. It's the technology within that phone. We think of the air conditioning. We think of the furnace. We think of like you've got your big computer out in the other room, even though you use this one for just about everything else, right? Just inventions in general, refrigerator, right? Some people have like compressors in their homes, right? So these are things that took some ingenuity, and likely somebody somewhere had that aha light bulb went on moment, and it was like, oh my God, I've just created this. I just invented this. Like it's never been done before. So we can think of, like I mentioned, the scientists in the labs creating things. And so many people think like, some of those things that may be used, like the atom bomb. Yeah, too much. I like to think of Aquarius energy more on the side where we're helping humanity advance. We think of Aquarian energy as divine energy. It's divine energy because it's the ability to connect on a higher frequency and get those great ideas. Many times people will take those ideas and it's just like, but I invented that, and it's just like you were kind of getting it from up there. But the difference is your mind has to be developed enough to understand what to do with the information when it comes in. So it's usually very intellectual energy, highly intellectual, which is why it's usually scientists and rocket scientists and doctors, people whose minds are highly developed. Okay. By the way, it is astrology. Inventions, technology, inventive solutions, seeing the future. Well, on that seeing the future bit, what I'll add is Aquarius energy normally will come like a lightning bolt, like a flash. You may all of a sudden get this flash of a vision and it just kind of comes in real quick, right? Aquarius energy, think lightning bolt, flashes of inspiration or flashes of ideas, flashes of what's to come. Revelations, a sense of humor, friends. This is group energy, by the way, big time group energy. And it does say detachment. We have online groups, online friends. We do streaming. So whenever we're in the chat room every Saturday night, 9 p.m. I'm live. Every Saturday night, 9 p.m. I'm live. And I look at charts. And we have people who are in the chat who are talking to each other, right? And then sometimes if people want, I'm looking at their chart, right? And we can have a discussion about it. Because it's a learning experience for those who are present, but it's also an opportunity for others to kind of talk about either challenges that they're going through, events that are upcoming in their life, to at least understand the sort of influences that we're under. Some can be super beneficial and some can be challenging, right? And so it can be quite validating. But within that whole thing of everything I just said, you're not alone. Everybody that's there, that's in the star room, everybody that comes by, we're recognizing we are these unique beings that have come in with a certain set of energies That's just the way we came in. So there's no shaming, there's no blaming. It's just simply, it is what it is. You are who you are. And it's detached. That's the beauty of the astrology. There's no blame because somebody is a certain way. It's here's the set of here's how you came in. We're all put on a level playing field here. Nobody is better than another, right? And so when we think group and we think friends and using technology and streaming, this is a great example right here. And so the detachment piece is beautiful. The detachment segment is wonderful with it. The only thing with Aquarius energy is to avoid excessive detachment. Because if you're dealing with individuals who are completely 100% detached, they're hard, they're cold, they're uncaring, and they lack understanding, and they can be dangerous. Innovative ideas, brilliance, eccentricity, very unique people, very unique, a unique way of thinking. Very much going to be about standing out. Like, I am different and I embrace how I am unique. I embrace how I am different, and it's okay. Matter of fact, it's a wonderful thing that I'm unique and that I am different, that I'm not just a cookie cutter like everybody else, right? Understanding how things work. This is what it says, Aquarius energy, understanding how things work. The only thing I can figure there with that, with those 4 words is Aquarius energy enables one to connect the dots. I think it is more on a global scale. So it's a bigger picture of understanding how things work, right? New trends, unconventional approaches, high tech, long range goals. Remember what rules Aquarius? Uranus, but also Saturn. So we see some of the similar keywords, and that's why long range goals. So we also should think of authority figures, right? Shocks and surprises, sudden energy, things suddenly changing up, things that are there to disrupt what we're currently in the midst of. And it's usually going to be quite noticeable in its way that it disrupts it, usually not subtle. A good example, Zoe was like, she would jump up and look at me and give me her eyebrows and just look at me like with this most disgusted look on her face because I was busy and I wouldn't stop what I was doing to like give her full body massage or to pick her up and put her on my shoulder and pat her to sleep like a baby. You know, like she can get very demanding. And she was so demanding that day. She was on the desk and she was just knocking shit off the desk like left and right. And I was like, look at this shit. Like, she was literally knocking shit down, and she would just sit there and look at me, like, waiting for me to, like, snap off or whatever, and I thought, "Hello, Mars and Aquarius. How are you today? You need to go sit on a timeout." So that's my example of, disruptions and me seeing it showing up strongly, and it was in Zoe. Zoe's like the little Mars in the house. She looks like the little soldier. She walks around with her ears always peaked up and really tall. Yeah, she thinks she's a bad butt, even though it's so funny. She's so high maintenance. She's like a walking contradiction. Who isn't, right? Okay, so did I say innovative ideas and brilliance and eccentricity, being very unique and quirky, something standing out? Trends, unconventional approaches, long range goals. How about following your heart's desire? Opposite of Aquarius is Leo energy. Really interesting, following your heart's desire connected with Aquarius energy. Nerves. How about seeking outcomes that are good for everyone involved? The humanitarian. So we think of interests in others, identification with humankind, operating from a larger world view. So some of the sample wishes to stimulate humanitarianism. I want to easily find myself supporting outcomes that are good for others as well as myself. I want to easily find myself seeing myself as part of a community. I want total clarity regarding the best ways I can participate with others to create successful win win outcomes. I want to feel a sense of comfortable equality with others. I want to easily find myself genuinely interested in others. I want to easily find myself responding to others with warmth and friendliness. Those are some examples of how you could use your energy and set intentions in the wording. And remember, those are all, everything is just an example that I give here. It's just to get your creative juices flowing into how to formulate and personalize a intention, like when we're literally trying to manifest in our world, in our life, and be the author of our life. How about freedom? Aquarius energy is unbelievably independent. It wants freedom. Matter of fact, when you're having an Aquarius moment, you'll know it. Midlife crisis, it's usually in an Aquarius event because it feels like it needs to break out. It needs to get out and do something it's not done before, or it needs to do something that it always wanted to do, but was never brave enough to do. Or it just has this sudden feeling of, I need to be free. Like I need to rip the shackles off and I need to be footloose and fancy free and to just be me and just do all the things that I want to do, right? With no strings attached. Detachment, excessive detachment. So we'll see people, you can see it sometimes in people's lives. They'll do things really extreme when they feel this energy. Some folks literally will go ahead and get divorced, right? Some people may go ahead and buy a sports car, right? Or do something or buy something that makes them feel like they're young and youthful and kind of being a little spicy and rebellious. That's Aquarius. That's that midlife crisis thing. Yeah. Yep. That's that Aquarius event. It's about freedom, feeling that freedom and feeling like, oh my God, I'm recognizing my mortality. I'm going to die and I didn't do this yet. Being objective. It's not about being subjective, folks. Aquarius energy is objective, which means we're considering the big picture and others' information. We're seeking knowledge, seeking knowledge, manifesting dreams. So I want to see life in a way that sparks my sense of humor. I want to be more objective in my perceptions. I want to easily gain the knowledge that will empower me to manifest my dreams of, and then fill in the blank. I want to easily find myself realigning my thinking in cooperation with my destiny. I want to easily find myself ceasing to take things personally. Aha. Friendships, we mentioned that, including groups and networking and friends, open, friendly approaches, being forthrightness, giving and receiving platonic love. I want to easily find myself making choices that are in my highest interest in promoting healthy friendships. I want to easily find myself graciously accepting help, love, and support from others. I want to attract and begin lots of happy, healthy, new friendships. Just more examples of Aquarius energy and some intentions you might use when there's an Aquarius new moon.